ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Continuation to the last class. How many chambered heart is present in the boards and mammale? What kind of the circulatory pathways appears in the case of the boards and mammals? Means in crocodiles, in boards, in mammals, completely divided four-chambered heart is present. In all these three kind of the individual, four-chambered heart is present. Means completely divided four-chambered heart is present in the crocodile, in boards, in mammals. Of them, upper two chambers are said to be as the atria. This is the right atria, this is the left atria. Again, these are the ventricle. Of this is the right ventricle, this is the left ventricle. So completely divided four-chambered heart is present in crocodile, in boards, in mammal. Again, right atria, left atria are separated from each other by the interatrial septum. This is said to be as the interatrial septum. Both sides of the ventricles are also separated from each other by the interventricular septum. This is the interventricular septum. This is the interatrial septum. Due to that reason, four chambers are appears in the heart of crocodile, birds, mammal. Again, in this case, this right atria receive deoxygenated blood from the postcaval vein. This is said to be as the postcaval vein. Again, these are the free caval veins. These are the free caval veins. These are the free caval veins. Right atria always receives deoxygenated blood from the various parts of the body through caval veins. At the same time, left atria receive oxygenated blood from the lungs. Left atria always receive oxygenated blood from the lungs. Just assume these are the lungs here. From the lungs, oxygenated blood is collected by left atria. Again, from the right ventricle, deoxygenated blood is supplied to the lung. From the right ventricle, deoxygenated blood is supplied to the lungs. In the lung, that blood gets purified. That purified blood is later pumped to the left atria. From the left atria, that oxygenated blood is pumped into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, oxygenated blood is supplied to the body parts. Definitely from the left ventricle, oxygenated blood is pumped to the body parts. Again from the body parts, deoxygenated blood is collected by the right atria once again. Means in this kind of the circulation, in this mode of circulation, blood is circulated through the heart twice in a complete circuit. Never oxygenated, deoxygenated bloods are mixed with each other. They are gets separately circulated. So such kind of the circulation is said to be as the complete double circulation. That is said to be as the complete double circulation. In the case of the amphibians and reptile, though blood is passes through the heart twice in a complete circuit, but mixed blood is circulated, so that only that is said to be as the incomplete double circulation. But here in the case of the birds, in the case of the mammal, definitely in a complete circuit, blood is passes through the heart twice. Definitely this is the one route of blood circulation, this is the another route of blood circulation. In that way, in a complete circuit, if through the heart blood is passes twice and oxygenated blood, deoxygenated bloods are separately circulated without getting mixing up, then that is said to be as the complete circulation. Then in the complete double circulation, two circulatory pathways are appears. One is the pulmonary circulation, second one is the systemic circulation. Definitely in the complete double circulation, two circulatory pathways are appears. One is the pulmonary circulation, second one is the systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation nothing but from the right ventricle, deoxygenated blood is at first pumped into the pulmonary arch. This is said to be as the pulmonary arch. From the right ventricle, deoxygenated blood is at first pumped into pulmonary arch, from where that is supplied to the lung for purification. After getting the purification, oxygenated blood from the lungs is pumped into the left atria through pulmonary veins. These are the pulmonary veins. Definitely from the lung, oxygenated blood is pumped into the left atria through the pulmonary veins. From right ventricle to left atria, this route of circulation of blood is said to be as the pulmonary circulation. From the right ventricle to left atria, through this pathway, whatever the blood which is circulated, that is said to be as the pulmonary circulation. Again, from left ventricle to right atria, means From the left atria, oxygenated blood is pumped into the left ventricle. Again from the left ventricle, this oxygenated blood is pumped into the systemic arch. This is said to be as the systemic arch. From the left ventricle, oxygenated blood is at first pumped into the systemic arch, from where that is supplied to the body parts, where oxygen from the blood is diffuses into the tissue, from the tissue CO2 is diffuses into the blood. So that only in the body parts, oxygenated blood is turned to the deoxygenated blood. That deoxygenated blood is later collected by post-caval vein and pre-caval veins. Later through that kind of the caval vein, blood is reaches to the right atria. So in that way, from the left ventricle to right atria, whatever the circulation of blood which is taken place, that circulation is said to be as the systemic circulation. Definitely in the case of the complete double circulation, two circulatory pathways are appears. One is pulmonary circulation, second one is said to be as the systemic circulation. If these two circulations are appears, in which if the oxygenated, deoxygenated bloods are circulated separately, then that is said to be as the complete double circulation. Definitely in what kind of the individuals a complete double circulation is appears means, in crocodiles, in birds, in mammals, complete double circulation is appear. Complete double circulation nothing but, if through the heart twice blood is circulated in a complete circuit, then that is said to be as the complete double circulation. Means never oxygenated, deoxygenated bloods are mixed up while passing the blood twice through the heart of this individual. So that only that is said to be as the complete double circulation. This is very clearly appear in the case of the crocodiles, birds and mammal. Next topic is human circulatory system. Next topic is continuation to this is the human circulatory system. Continuation topic is human circulatory system or human cardiovascular system. Human cardiovascular system or human circulatory system. Then what is the meaning of the cardio? Means heart, because study of heart is the cardiology. Study of human heart is said to be as the cardiology. So cardio means a heart, vascular means a blood vessel. Vascular means a blood vessel. Means definitely in the circulatory system of human, muscular heart is present that always pump blood into the blood vessel. So that only blood is always circulated through the blood vessels. So that only this is said to be as the cardiovascular system or human circulatory system. In the case of the human circulatory system, the first part is heart. In the case of the human cardiovascular system, the pumping organ is said to be as the heart. Study of heart is said to be as the cardiology. Study of heart is said to be as the cardiology. This heart is originated from mesoderm because 95% of the heart is made up of with the cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle is originated from the mesoderm. So that only heart is mesodermal in origin. Definitely that is gets originated from the mesoderm. What is the size of heart? Size of the heart of the person is equals to clenched fist of right hand, clenched fist of right hand of that person size is equals to the size of the heart of that person. In all persons, the size of the heart is not uniform. Slightly that is variated in size from person to person. The size of the heart of the person is equals to clenched fist of the right hand of that person is equals to the size of the heart of the person. So averagely this heart size, clenched fist of that person, again what is the weight of heart of the person's averagely means about 230 to 280 grams. The average weight of the heart of the person is approximately 230 to 280 grams is the average weight. Again, where that kind of the heart is located means in mediastinum. This heart is located in the thoracic cavity. What is the meaning of the mediastinum? Location of heart. Location of heart equal to mediastinum. What is the mediastinum means? The space which is present between the two sides of lung, space which is present between the two sides of lungs in thoracic cavity is said to be as the mediastinum. Just assume this is the trachea. Again, this is the lung of this side. This is the lung of this side. Between these two, whatever the space is present, that is said to be as the mediastinum. In the mediastinum, four-chambered heart is present. That four-chambered heart is slightly tilted or bent towards the left side. This four-chambered heart, which is located in mediastinum, that is slightly tilted. Tilting means bending. That is slightly tilted towards the left side. Whatever the heart is there, This heart is protected with a fibrous connective tissue membrane that is said to be as the pericardium. Around to the heart, protective membrane which is present, that is said to be as the pericardium. So definitely around to the heart protective membrane which is present, that is said to be as the pericardium. Then what are the layers which are present in the pericardium? What is the fluid which is present in the pericardial layers? Means, just assume this is the heart here, this is the four-chambered heart, this is the four-chambered heart. Around to the four-chambered heart, outermost layer which is present to provide the protection, this outermost layer is said to be as the fibrous pericardium. This is made up of with fibrous connective tissue. Outermost layer which is present in the pericardium, that is said to be as the fibrous pericardium. This is made up of with densely irregular connective tissue. This is principally made up of with densely irregular connective tissue that is very stiff, that is attaches to inner surface of the thoracic cavity. Fibrous pericardium is attaches to the inner surface of the thoracic cavity. Just assume this is the fibrous pericardium, this is the heart, this is the thoracic cavity wall. So that only fibrous pericardium always attaches to inner surface of the thoracic cavity. This is the inner surface of the thoracic cavity. Definitely to the inner surface of the thoracic cavity, this fibrous pericardium is attaches or adhere. This is principally made up of with dense irregular connective tissue. Again, another double layered pericardial membrane which is present below to the fibrous pericardium, that is said to be as the serous pericardium. That is said to be as the serous pericardium. Just assume these two layers, this is the entire is the serous pericardium. This is the serous pericardium. Serous pericardium means these two layers together constitute serous pericardium. Inner pericardial membrane, which is made up of with two layers, is said to be as the serous pericardium. Outer pericardial layer is the fibrous pericardium. Below to the fibrous pericardium, the two layered membrane which is present, that is said to be as the serous pericardium. Of this serous pericardium, outer layer is said to be as the parietal serous pericardium. This is the parietal serous pericardium. In the serous pericardium, this is the outer layer, this is the inner layer. In serous pericardium, this is the outer layer, this is the inner layer. Outer layer of serous pericardium is said to be as the parietal serous pericardium. Inner layer is said to be as visceral serous pericardium. So definitely in the serous pericardium, two layers are present. Outer layer of serous pericardium is parietal serous pericardium. Inner layer of serous pericardium is said to be as the visceral serous pericardium. So definitely between the parietal serous pericardium and visceral serous pericardium, space which is present, that space is said to be as the pericardial cavity. Space which is present between the parietal serous pericardium and visceral serous pericardium, that space is said to be as the pericardial cavity. This is the pericardial cavity. The fluid which is present in pericardial cavity, that fluid is said to be as the, in which whatever the fluid which is present, that fluid is said to be as the pericardial fluid. That is said to be as the pericardial fluid. Specifically fluid which is present in the pericardial cavity, that is said to be as the pericardial fluid. How much volume of the pericardial fluid is present in the pericardial space or pericardial cavity means 50 ml. Approximately 50 ml of pericardial fluid is present in pericardial cavity or the pericardial space. You should remember, pericardial space or cavity is present between two layers of serous pericardium. Between the two layers of the serous pericardium, nothing but between the visceral serous pericardium and parietal serous pericardium. This is the visceral, this is the parietal serous pericardium. Between these two, this pericardial space is present. In the pericardial space, pericardial fluid is present, that is about 50 ml in volume. Then what is the function of the pericardial fluid means? It always reduces friction between the two layers during the working of the heart. It always decreases friction between the two layers during the heart working. Its principal function to reduce friction during the working of the heart among the layers or the between the layers. Next, this visceral serous pericardium completely attaches to outer surface of the heart wall. This serous pericardium completely, this visceral serous pericardium completely attaches to outer surface of heart wall. This is the outer surface of the heart wall. Visceral serous pericardium completely attaches to outer surface of the heart wall. This parietal serous pericardium completely fuses with the fibrous pericardium. Definitely parietal serous pericardium completely fuses with the fibrous pericardium. Fibrous pericardium. Visceral serous pericardium is attached to the outer surface of heart wall. This is the outer surface of the heart wall to which visceral serous pericardium is attaches. Parietal serous pericardium is attaches to the pericardium. In that way, pericardium is present around to the heart of the human. This pericardium is principally with two layers. Initially, one is the fibrous pericardium, that is outermost. Second one is the serous pericardium. Again, in the serous pericardium, two layers are present. Outer layer is the parietal serous pericardium, inner layer is the visceral serous pericardium. Again, in the heart wall, in the case of the heart wall, what are the layers which are present in a sequence from outer to inner? What is the transverse section of the heart wall of a person? How many number of the layers are appears in a sequence in the heart wall from the outer to inner? Means, in the case of the heart wall, in the transverse section, three principal layers are appears. TS of heart wall. In the TS of heart wall, what are the layers which are appears in a sequence? Means, outermost layer which is present is the epicardium. Outermost layer which is present, that is said to be as the epicardium. Epicardium is completely fuses with the visceral serous pericardium. This is the epicardium. This is made up of with the mesothelium. That is the modified simple squamous epithelium. Mesothelium, nothing but modified simple squamous epithelium is said to be as the mesothelium. Below to that, whatever the thickest layer which is present, that is said to be as the myocardium. About 95% of the heart wall weight is mainly due to the myocardium. 95% of the heart wall is mainly made up of with the myocardium. Definitely, it is with the cardiac muscle. Definitely, what is the reason for variation in size of the heart, in the weight of the heart from person to person? Means, because of due to the variation in thickness of myocardium. The person's heart weight, person's heart size is variated because of due to the variation in the thickness of myocardium only. Because of due to the variation in the myocardium thickness from person to person, this heart weight, heart size gets fluctuated or variated from person to person. So definitely 95% heart wall is mainly due to the involvement of the cardiac muscle only. Below to that, whatever the layer which is present, that is said to be as the endocardium. This is principally made up of with the simple squamous epithelium. This is principally formed with the simple squamous epithelium. This kind of the endocardium not only covers inner cavities of heart chambers but also covers heart valves, but also extends into the big sized blood vessel which opens into the heart as the endothelium. Just assume this is the heart of the person. This is the heart of the person. Again, in this case, these are the layers in the wall. Just assume this is the outermost layer, that is the epicardium. This is the myocardium. This is the endocardium. This is the endocardium. This is endocardium. So definitely endocardium, this is the endocardium. Endocardium covers the cavities of the heart chambers and also covers valves also, like this. Endocardium also covers the valves. This is the tricuspid valve. Valves also, and endocardium also extends into the big sized blood vessel which opens into the heart chambers. This endocardium also extends into the big sized blood vessel as endothelium, which maybe opens into the heart chambers. Here also this is the big sized blood vessel, definitely into which also endocardium extends as endothelium. Means what I am saying here, that endothelium is the inner wall of heart chamber, inner wall of the heart, inner layer of the heart wall. Endocardium is inner layer of the heart wall that not only covers cavities of heart chambers but also covers the heart wall, but also extends into the big sized blood vessel which is opens into the heart as endothelium. This is said to be as the endothelium. This is the endothelium. In that way, in the heart wall, what are the layers which are present in a sequence from outer to inner? Means epicardium, myocardium, endocardium. Again, above to the heart, protective membrane which is present, that is the pericardium. Of this is the fibrous pericardium. This is the parietal serous pericardium. This is the parietal serous pericardium. Below to that space which is present, that is the pericardial space in which pericardial fluid is present. Next, this layer is said to be as the visceral serous pericardium. Serous pericardium means including pericardium. What are the layers which are present in a sequence from outer to inner in the heart of the person? The question is that including pericardial layers, What are the layers which are present in a sequence from outer to inner in heart of the person? Means outermost layer is the fibrous pericardium, next parietal serous pericardium, next pericardial fluid, next visceral serous pericardium, next epicardium, next myocardium, next endocardium, including pericardial layers. What are the layers which are present in a sequence in heart of the person? Sequential layers. Sequential layers. Sequential layers in heart. Sequential layers